Bellatoer, we believe we win.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are coming in from today. Hope everyone is ready for the overview and leadership factory training call today. Pen and paper ready. Hope you're ready to learn and ready to earn. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Robert Fitzgerald. I've been with the Miracle Ecosystem since almost the very beginning. But without further ado, let me bring up the presenter. He's not only a top earner and leader in the company, he's been in the industry for decades, built teams of tens of thousands of people with multiple companies. He's been in and out of corporate, helped design and write comp plans, including the ones you're going to look at today. He's a retired New York City firefighter, but above all that, he's my friend and sponsor. Ed, take it away.
Awesome, Robert. Thank you so much. And everybody, it's a beautiful day today. It is a great day to be alive. And I just thank the Lord up above for every blessing that we have in our lives. We're just so fortunate to be here at this time. So if you're new to this and this is your first time here, this is really for you. Sit back and relax. I promise you, my goal is to get this done by the bottom of the hour. We do have a fast start training to do right after that. And if you like what you hear, we think that you will, get back to the person who introduced you here and get started. I mean, there's so many ways to get started here. If it makes sense, let me just put it that way. If you like what you see, get started. If it's not for you, hey, we appreciate you taking the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through this. For those that got here early, you got to see a really great video where the board of advisors with Mediterra were talking about what we're doing, where we're going, how we're getting there. And for those who have heard, we're getting ready to be officially on the lower board of the NASDAQ. And it could happen today. It could happen tomorrow. I kind of think that that's a very good probability. If we have to wait another few days, that's so be it. The weekend will be here. And then the following week, we should be there. And when that happens, guys, everything that I go over with you today will not only probably be featured and be talked about in the press, but there's going to be a buzz. There's going to be a buzz that is like electricity. People are going to be talking about, hey, did you hear about that thing, Miracle Pay? Did you hear about what they're doing? Did you hear about this publicly traded company? I just know it definitively. What we're doing right now is going to cause people to just be jumping out of their skin with excitement and talking to everybody they know about this. So you're in the right place at the right time. At current, you can still say this will be part of your story. I got in before the company went public, right? But we'll be public momentarily, and we're going to kind of talk about that. I'm going to skip over the income disclaimer just for save some time, only to say that, hey, I'm not an accountant, and I'm not a financial planner, and I'm not a broker. I'm none of those things. I'm a retired New York City firefighter. I love life. I know a little bit about crypto, and I was fortunate to be able to hear about this early on from Ray Vidrio and Micah Thaird. Micah, if you watched that video earlier, is the CEO and founder of Bellatoer. That's our marketing arm. And he's also a principal equity shareholder in Miracle. As some of us on this call are also equity shareholders, or will be shortly once this is officially live. So what a blessing. I mean, if you are looking at the first time, there are so many financial reasons that you might want to consider this, of which I'd say the least is to try to get you to come on board and be a representative of the company or a member or an associate that markets the product. We do that, but that's not what it's about. The product stands on its own. The product makes you money. You buy something one time and you get paid every day. I mean, it's just crazy. And so I encourage you, we're going to do a training at the end. I'm going to kind of talk about that a bit, but the product stands where it is. So just like anything else, this company could be out of business tomorrow. And I know that sounds kind of cynical to say something like that, but hey, we live in a real world, that things happen and make you scratch your head like, how in the world did that happen? I can't believe that happened. But optimistically speaking, I believe in possibilities and probabilities. And for me, it's not only possible, but it's probable that what you're looking at today will go on to be a major success story, become a unicorn. And for those who don't know what a unicorn is a company that becomes $1 billion company very rapidly. And I believe that that's what we're looking at here. So let's move into it. Let's go get started. And the best way to get started is
the information
to play a bunch of videos. This first video I'm going to play, I don't know this guy. Somebody showed this, and I know the story that he tells because I have friends that did a similar thing that he did with this company that he purchased some nodes in. And so if you're new to crypto, if you're new to nodes, if you don't even know what a node is, by the time we're done here today, I think you're going to have a good idea. But like you, when I first heard we were going to bring nodes to the market, I didn't know what a node was. Matter of fact, I just bought it because and you'll see the training later on. You got to become a product of the products. I feel I got to buy one if I'm going to talk about it. And so I bought one. And about 3 weeks in, Robert says to me, "Hey, are you running your node? Are you claiming your rewards?" I'm going, "Nah, I didn't get around to it." He goes, "What are you kidding me? You're losing money. You got to set it up. It only takes a minute." He said, "I'll help you." And he did. And ever since, every single day, I'm getting rewards. I'm getting paid by these things. It's amazing. So yeah, this guy's going to talk about something that happened to him, the company that he aligned with. Some of the people that are in this company helped me make the decision because they said, "Hey, they got nodes." I remember talking to one guy where he talked about I've owed nodes for a long time and they pay all my bills. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting. Then I heard that a node could pay you $10 a day. I said, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Then they said, it's possible you could make $100 a day with a node. And I'm like, really? Now, I am very diverse. Not only am I a retired New York City firefighter, and I've been in direct sales network marketing for over 36 years. I owned a video production business that I started back in 1983. And with my mom and dad and my sister, we bought a restaurant catering hall. So I'm an entrepreneur. And I also, at one time, because I love kids and, I'm always, looking to hustle and make ends meet, I started doing some substitute teaching. And I got paid $100 a day. And so I looked at this and said, $100 a day, that's pretty cool. But I believe in the 10X principle. If I could get one node that pays me $100 a day, if I got 10, it'll be $1,000 a day. I like $1,000 days. And that's my mindset. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm not telling you that's going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't paying $100 a day. It's not there yet. But we are getting paid every day. We're getting paid 80 Phoenix token. Phoenix token is at a fraction of a penny right now. And listen to what this gentleman said, because he's going to tell you the thing that he started was at a fraction of a penny also. So let's just let it roll.
Did make millions of dollars in crypto, but I don't trade crypto and I don't buy crypto. I make it. So I started making Bitcoin at $220. That in itself is crazy. So we started mining Bitcoin. We were making a lot of money. We were like, man, if Bitcoin ever gets to $10,000, we're going to be rich. This guy that was mentoring me, he was worth $100 million. I became one of his top guys. And at that time, I didn't know anybody worth that kind of money. It just sounds preposterous to the average person. For the next 7 years, I learned software instead of hardware mining. So when you mine Bitcoin, you have a physical piece of machine. You plug it into the network. It confirms transactions, you make Bitcoin. On the platform that we launched, which was a company called Gala Games, we worked with Snoop, the death row chain that Snoop gave me, kind of crazy. And instead of hardware, we had software. So these software nodes will confirm transactions on the blockchain. Every time you buy something on that blockchain, sell something, move some money back and forth, there's a fee. That fee goes up in the cloud and it's split evenly between the node owners. So that very first blockchain that we launched, I only put 15,000 in. And for 2.5 years, those nodes just confirmed transactions. I had about 17 million tokens in my wallet. I watched it go from less than a penny to 5 cents, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 84 cents in a matter of like 5 months. So I went from $11,000 in software nodes to having over 11.4 million liquid currency.
So just imagine that. If that's true, would you at least want to know about it? That's kind of what happened with me and Ray. Ray and I reconnected on a phone call and he asked me for 5 minutes. He said, "Ed, can I get just 5 minutes to tell you what Mike and I have been doing?" And I said, sure, Ray. And then he talked about how they partnered with a company in Cyprus, and it's a crypto company, and they have these stores, and they have this technology where people are going to be able to buy everything and anything right at their point of sale terminal with the technology. And I said to Ray, I was biting my tongue because I had an experience in the industry. I had a little bit of knowledge, and I believed that the best was yet to come. It hadn't happened yet. That what's going to happen is digital money will be the future of the world. There'll be a wealth transfer where we go from fiat currency to digital currency. And I knew that crypto and Bitcoin, that was going to be the rails of the financial system in the future. And he was talking about this company might have had the equipment to do that. And I said to him, I said, Ray, if what you're saying is true, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow and come to Cyprus. 6 days later, I was in Cyprus, spent a week there, came back, haven't looked back, and we're just incredibly fortunate and blessed to be where we're at. I was talking to Tyrone Hutton. He's one of the first calls I made. Tyrone and Robert were like the first two guys I talked to, and both of them, in a matter of minutes, said, I'm in. It's like amazing what we have here. So let's go on to kind of take a look at what we have. So that guy has a story to tell. That's great. I'm happy for him. But what about you? What about me? What about Rob? What about the rest of us? What's going on right now? Is it something like that to create a story like that for us? I believe so. So we're going to watch a little 1-minute video that kind of tells you, it's kind of like a commercial, what we have here. So let's just let it roll. Hey, skipped one. Whoops. Don't tell me I deleted it. I deleted it. I accidentally deleted it. Oh my goodness. All right, I can't do that. I have to get it. Hang on, guys. Bear with me. I misplaced it somewhere, or I deleted it, but I know I can find it real quick. Let's go. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to a different date, which was, let's see. Yeah, it's going to be right in here. Let me pull up this one slide real quick. There it is. Then I'm going to jump back to that once there's a little 1-minute video, once this plays. Let's just go. Bang.
You've probably heard the saying, if only I were early. Early to Bitcoin, early to Amazon, early to Tesla. Well, here it is again. But this time, it's not about hype. It's about owning the rails of a new financial system. Introducing CPU nodes, digital assets that earn daily from real crypto transactions happening worldwide. Every time someone pays with crypto, in-store or online, a small fee powers the network. And if you own a node, you get paid. These nodes are already paying every single day in a digital currency undervalued today, but set to explode in the months ahead. We've secured contracts with 4 global terminal providers, giving us access to over 100 million active merchants. And we're also integrated with major online retailers, processing billions each month. When even a small percentage of that volume transacts in crypto, node rewards skyrocket. The system is active. Payouts have begun. We're funding our aggressive expansion, not with Wall Street, but with everyday people like you. Together, we're decentralizing wealth. By owning the new infrastructure of money, timing is everything. Own a node now and earn every day for life.
So just to fill in what they were talking about there, they talked about 4 major merchant terminal providers. That is Ingenico, Pax, Verifone, and NCR. You probably heard some of those names, recognize them. Matter of fact, when you do go from now on, you go and you use your credit card or debit card at a point of sale terminal, look to see who it is. Chances are it's Ingenico or Pax. Those are the 2 major ones. Could be NCR, could be Verifone. I know my local Dunkin' Donuts, we go to it, and it says right on there, the terminal says Verifone, and there's a picture of Visa card, MasterCard, American Express, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and soon will be Miracle Pay. How would you like to earn money every single time somebody made a purchase on an Ingenico machine, a Pax machine, using crypto and going through Miracle Pay? That's what we have here, guys. This is not a dream, and this is not make-believe. This is real. It's happening. And I'm so thrilled because what I said earlier was when we actually hit the NASDAQ, I think the buzz is going to be going around. The videos, we produce great videos. As you can see that one, there's going to be more videos coming, and this ability to refer people and bless them in the process with what we have is going to become so much easier than it has been. It will get better and better and better. Like Robert likes to say, it's gooder and gooder. And I say the best is yet to come. So let's move through these slides pretty rapidly, and then we'll go into a training component. That one we watched. And so right now, based on the fact that going on the exchange, on the NASDAQ, is imminent. Once we do, there's going to be a restructuring done, because honestly, the price that people could pick these up for today is worth way more than that. So there's 210,000 of these Miracle Pay nodes in total. And every single purchase that's made everywhere in the world through crypto using the Miracle Pay system, we get paid on. Somebody could be filling up their car. Somebody could be going to the supermarket. Somebody could be they could be in Saint-Tropez buying that, $2,000 jacket that I saw many years back. That the money in certain areas of the world is ludicrous. We went to that Casino Royale in Monte Carlo, where one of the 007 movies was shot. I've never seen. When I was there, it was the most cars that I had seen that were high end. We're talking Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. I mean, you name it. The whole place was loaded. And then we went down to Saint-Tropez, and that's where I saw that jacket. That was a ridiculous price that I would have never paid for back then. But there are people that are well-to-do, and this is their life. And matter of fact, there in Saint-Tropez were a whole bunch of yachts, kind of like what we saw, those of us who went to Dubai not too long ago. We saw that kind of thing. So imagine getting paid every time somebody makes a purchase. That's what we have here. And we have a special BOGO, buy one get one free. So for $1,200, that's the cost of a node. They're going to give you one for free. Essentially, it would cost you $600 for two of them, and that could be an income stream that pays you for the rest of your life. And I'm not saying it's going to pay you $100 a day. I'm not saying that, but I could see you buying lunch every now and then, or even every day. Where's it going to go? How are we going to get there? And the reason why this could happen is because we own the network. Nobody else has what we have. We own the switch. Hakan Torahan created the switch. He envisioned this whole scenario back when he has started. It was 2017, and it's been getting built since. Tens of millions of dollars had been invested in it already. Then back in May of 2022, Mike Atherd, who's the president of Bellatoer, him and Ray Vidrio came up with this idea pretty much to fractionalize what was being offered at the time. At the time, they were offering master franchises for different countries, and that has evolved into what is now known today as Mediterra, and that all of us could get a small piece of all the action that happens on every single transaction everywhere. And so our Phoenix token that we have with our company is called a utility token. It's a super utility token. And the reason why it's a super, it's used in every single platform and every single thing that we do, all those visuals and all the companies I'm going to show you here shortly. Anytime a transaction happens, something's bought, something's sold, there are what's called gas fees, and the gas fees are paid with the Phoenix token. And just like that gentleman said in that video, he got in at a fraction of a penny, and by the time it went up to 84 cents, his $11 million of nodes turned out to be, $11,000 of nodes turned out to be worth 11 million. Now, again, I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but I could dream. I like to dream. I'm a very positive thinker, and I also am very logical. I think we got a home run here, guys. I think the reason why the gentlemen that were sitting around that table, when you really understand who they are and what they've done in their lives, and they look at this project and think this could be the biggest project they ever did. And we're talking about, Steve Norris, who gave the books. He owned the licensing rights to the books that Amazon started with, raised hundreds of millions in capital, help that company become $1 trillion company. These are the guys that are on our board. It's just, it's a blessing. It's a miracle. Excuse me. And this is where we're at. So you will have also as your story that when you got involved, it was fractions of a penny. So I'd say do it. So the first set of nodes that we bought, and I want to show you how these real world assets, and you're going to hear that term a lot. These are real world assets, these nodes. You buy it one time. You don't have to make any monthly payments. There's no hosting, nothing, no energy. You buy it one time and you get paid on it every day for the rest of your life. They're saleable, they're transferable, they're inheritable. It's something that can escalate in price, just like houses do, right? Real estate does. You know, as days go by, months go by, and years go by, real estate just continues to appreciate. Similarly, real world assets could continue to appreciate when you're getting involved in the very beginning stages. And we look at this node right here, we have something called the Phoenix node. And by the way, there's only a few of these left. And a big difference between the Miracle Pay node and the Phoenix code node is that there are only 20,000 of the code nodes, and there are 210,000 of the Miracle Pay nodes. And we have a bit of both, right? It's not one or the other. Matter of fact, you're going to see some other things that are available that we'll talk about. And I will tell you this, come in where you fit in. With Bellatoer, we market what you're looking at. And to become a member in Bellatoer, it's free. You get a website, you get a referral link, and you can make money. You don't have to spend anything. So it's really an amazing situation. But if you recognize the value in the product, and you want to have a real world asset that pays you a passive residual, I can't think of a better way. I like the idea of real estate. My wife and I have invested in real estate in the past. But when you have a property, there's a lot of headaches that go along with that. The maintenance of it, the insurance of it, everything. And here, there's none of that. And the appreciation could be tremendous. And the reason why I'm spending time talking about appreciation is when these first came out a little over 2 years ago, Robert and I were there. We were at an event in Miami, and they introduced our first set of nodes that are the code nodes. And we were able to pick these up for $1,100. Now they're worth $5,000. What percentage gain is that? That's pretty big. That's more than 4 times what they started at. And I think they're just getting started, right? I think these could double or triple or quadruple again, or even 10x. So yeah, we have a lot of opportunity here. Let me stop talking and move through these slides. Mediterra is the holding company that all the Miracle companies are underneath. These were the gentlemen that we've been talking about. Upper left-hand corner is a Contour. He's the guy who came up with the concept of Miracle Cash and More and everything that we have here. To his right is Douglas Anderson. He's the CEO and founder of Wall Street Capital. Lower left, that's John Bear. He created Cellular One that he sold off to AT&T. Right next to him is Steve Norris. That's the gentleman we talked about before, who has the likes of the King of Saudi Arabia as his friend and a business associate that they've made a lot of money with. And to his right is Steve Moore. Steve Moore was President Trump's economic advisor in his first term. He was offered the position of becoming the chairman of the Fed, the current chairman of the Fed, and he passed on it due to family reasons. And to his right is Fernando Valdesola. Fernando and his family own a little company called PACCAR, $60 billion company. He's also a senator in the country of Mexico. These guys are all on our board. That is Mediterra, and everything that comes under Mediterra are all Miracle companies. There's over 20 Miracle companies, and we just a couple of weeks ago we just went global with Miracle Pay. And as you can see here, this was done by Gemini. It says the AI visibility comparison, Miracle Pay versus the competitors, and we rank number 6 alongside of Crypto.com, Binance, BitPay, Coinbase. We're right up there. So yeah, we're going to be a major company. You're going to see these 2 little blue. My wife and I would just we have an appointment with our accountant this weekend, and we were just going over our numbers, and this little icon kept popping up. And I don't think she's ever really realized what that is. That's the Miracle icon. There's 2 little purple triangles overlaying each other. And so we're launched on a chain. Every product that we have, every division that we have is on our own chain. And just like Ethereum is a chain and Binance has a chain, we now have a chain. It's called the Miracle Chain. And let's take a look at a short video that kind of tells you about Miracle Chain and the nodes and the tokens that are associated with Miracle Chain.
Welcome to the future of business. Miracle Chain, where blockchain meets automation and AI transforms how companies grow. Imagine onboarding customers with a tap, paying teams worldwide in seconds, and launching token ecosystems without writing a single line of code. With Iterato, your sales force becomes unstoppable. AI handles the follow-up, while gamification drives viral growth. Need to launch your own token? Miracle Launchpad and DEX give you everything: pre-sales, vesting, swaps, and full control. The Miracle Wallet simplifies finance. No seed phrases, just seamless access to crypto. Commissions and payments, secure, compliant, and easy to white label. And at the core, Miracle Chain. A private layer 2, built for scale, compliance, and automated global payouts. Whether you're selling online or in-store, Miracle Pay bridges fiat and crypto so you can do business anytime, anywhere. Miracle Chain. Powering the digital economy, one smart system at a time.
Okay, so if you're anything like me, when I first started evaluating this business model, when my friend Ray invited me to, I actually got on 2 Zooms within 24 hours. My head was spinning. So if your head's spinning right now, I get it. Just relax, take a deep breath. Okay. We got a little bit more to go. And then if you want to stay after, if you're here as a guest and you want to stay after and see what the training is about, you're more than welcome to. But if not, we're going to bring this to close in just a couple of minutes. And we're going to talk about those tokens and nodes associated with the Miracle Chain. And everything that runs on the Miracle Chain will be validated by and powered by the Mirix tokens and validated by the Guardian nodes. And those are for sale. And what we're talking about, the two words that you want to galvanize in your mind, because it's going to be buzzwords, and because you're seeing it before the whole world knows about it. By the way, the secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react, is to see something big before it happens and get involved before the whole world knows about it. That's exactly where we are. And the words are tokenization and real world assets. Tokenization and real world assets will be the buzz. Everything will be tokenized, the entire stock market, every company, every piece of real estate, everything in the world is about to be tokenized, and it's going to bring so much liquidity into the world's economy. Why? Because now everybody has a chance. You don't have to be a qualified investor. You don't have to know somebody. You don't have to, be one of the top people in the world and have a special, title so that you could buy in on the early stages. What tokenization means is that everything gets tokenized and you could buy a small piece of it. Matter of fact, there's a large portion of the population of the world that aren't even bankable, and they have a chance to participate. Why? Because over 5 billion people have iPhones. And if you have a smartphone, you could participate in the banking system by utilizing it. This is why digital. So right now, when we look back 10 years from now, and we can say how archaic was regular fiat currency. I can't believe we carried around coins and paper, when everything is digital. And that's where we're going, guys. So if you recognize that and you see it, wouldn't you want to be there with one of the top companies that has the technology before everybody else does and brings it to market and becomes a household word? That's exactly where we are. So there's one more project that we just came out with called Project X. Let's take a look at what Project X is. Then we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll bring this to a close.
We hear it all the time. The investment world is complicated. Stocks are confusing. Commodities are complex. And the Forex market? It's a maze. It's time to end the chaos. Introducing Project X. Let's look closer at the ultimate gateway bridging Wall Street and Web 3. Project X isn't just a product, it's your key to the future. At its core lies the power of Wall Street capital asset strategies. Here is the huge news. A $12 billion deal has already been signed. This unlocks approximately $25 million a year flowing directly back to Project X holders. But we are just getting started. A colossal $60 billion deal is already on the way. Once signed, this is projected to add another $125 million to the community pool. The potential here is limitless. Plus, the project is powered by Mediterra's robust real-world assets, RWA, with massive backing from the oil and energy sectors. The rewards? Project X holders enjoy a $2 daily payout. That means $730 a year, guaranteed. And don't forget, you earn a $250 direct commission on every single NFT sale you make. For the first 10 days only, prices are slashed. Single NFT, just $1,300, down from $1,600. Starter Pack, 3 NFTs, $3,600. Bonus Pack, buy 5, get 1 free for $6,000. Whale Pack, buy 25, get 7 free for $30,000. Secure your financial future today with Project X. Buy now at bellatorlife.com.
So you have a chance to buy into Project X. There's a wrong number here. It says 20,000. We actually reduced it down to 12,000. There's only 12,000 of these NFTs available. They're at 1,300 as it says. And that means that everything that gets done in the tokenization of the real world assets that are plugged into this, just like the oil deal, just like, by the way, we signed another oil deal. I think, we're doing stuff that's new. It's going to be the first of its kind, the first time an oil reserve gets done. So without spilling the beans on things that are being worked on and haven't finalized just yet. The one that has is the gentleman in Africa that has one of the largest oil and gas companies in the world, and they've already signed a deal. They're probably going to be the first one that we officially roll out where what's in the ground gets tokenized. So we're not just talking about oil and gas. We could be talking about gold and diamonds. Everything on the continent, the resources that are there can be tokenized and will be tokenized. And it'll probably be Miracle Pay and Miracle Chain where these things get done. And if you own one of these Project X nodes, you share in the numbers that go here. I don't know where these could go. These could go, I think that the value here could be absolutely through the roof. But, come in where you fit in. There's no guarantees. And we want to kind of show you some promo packs. The pre-IPO promo packs are available until we're officially on the NASDAQ and the IPO is done. So we're in pre-IPO mode right now, which means that I'm looking at the clock. I think the stock market closes in less than an hour from now. So I don't think it got done today, but could get done tomorrow. Let's see what happens.
Wake up! Don't let this slip by. The biggest opportunity of the year has finally arrived. To the most relentless, visionary community in the space, your moment to build the future is right now. Let's break down the Bellatoer pre-IPO infrastructure launch packages. Start strong with the starter package. You get 2 Miracle Pay nodes and 3 Project X nodes. That is a retail value of $6,000 slashed down to just $3,000. You lock in a massive 50% savings. Scaling up, the Builder package delivers 1 Guardian node, 3 Miracle Pay nodes, and 3 Project X nodes. $9,800 retail value for only $5,500, saving you 44%. For the serious visionaries, the Elite Infrastructure Package is your best value. Secure 2 Guardian nodes, 7 Miracle Pay nodes, and 4 Project X nodes. Retail is $17,000, but today it is yours for $9,900. That is an incredible 42% savings. And for the ultimate leaders, the Limited Founder Infrastructure Package. Command 5 Guardian nodes, 15 Miracle Pay nodes, and 10 Project X nodes. This is a $43,000 retail value for $25,000. Another huge 42% savings. But act fast. There are only 200 founder positions available. This isn't just an upgrade. It is your empire. Claim your nodes, secure your rewards, and take your place at the top. The network is launching. The time to move is now. Secure your package today, and let's build the future together.
Bellatoer Life. To your legacy.
So we're building the infrastructure of tomorrow today, and we could get paid to do it. You know, the nodes themselves pay. These are the 7 streams that are available to us. Just take a look at number 1. That's the thing that interests most people, is that the fact that they could buy something one time and get paid on it. Not necessarily market, but for those who like the idea of maybe referring a handful of people and getting paid for it, we pay direct commissions, we pay binary bonuses, rank advancement bonuses. We have a 15-level unilevel along with a 2-legged binary structure. We have matching bonuses and global bonuses. And so with that being said, I'm going to bring this portion of today to a close. Whoops, that's the wrong one. I stayed on the wrong one. Okay. So I'm going to bring this portion to a close and stop the recording. Let's see. Stop the recording. What is the recording? All right. Before we stop it, I do want to just share with everybody this key phrase in my life. In all that I do, I always like to finalize whatever we do with this idea, and that is that the best is yet to come. To God be the glory. We're going to stop the recording, then we're going to go into training.